That 1 in 10 women suffer with, but there's been very little research on how to treat it or even prevent it.
But there is hope on the horizon. CBS 46 anchor Tracy Hutchins tells us more funding is on the way from the nation's capital. What are we talking about, Tracy?
Well, Rick and Sean, this is one of those issues that women, well, let's face it, we just don't want to talk about. But as we wrap up Endometriosis Awareness Month, it has been a conversation in Congress, and that is adding up to research funding to help ease the pain.
It was a pain familiar to me, stabbing in my lower left abdomen.
A personally emotional speech lawmakers never expected to hear on the House floor.
See, I know this pain well because I've been experiencing it intermittently for over the past decade because I have a condition called endometriosis.
That announcement kicking off a congressional endometriosis caucus, co-chaired by Georgia Congresswoman Nikema Williams. She helped lead a bipartisan effort to push through $92 million in funding.
So it is not only the $92 million increase in the NIH budget, but we are also seeing an increase in the CDC budget, $582 million.
For Williams, this is personal. She too suffers from endometriosis.
When I was 14, my doctor told me that one way to get rid of the pain was to have a hysterectomy, a 14-year-old. And I'm glad that my mama did not listen to that doctor and found another doctor, because now I'm the mom to a very vivacious 6-year-old, my Carter Cakes. And I want that for every person. I want them to be able to choose when and if they become a parent.
Endometriosis causes severe pain during a woman's menstrual cycle. It happens when tissue similar to the lining of the uterus appears outside of the uterine cavity, scattered throughout the pelvis and abdomen. Researchers are still working on understanding how it happens.
High incidence of sugar consumption or carbohydrate. They may not be the cause, but they may be the trigger.
Dr. Sina Najad says he believes food isn't the only contributing factor. Other triggers can include paints and gas fumes. He treats a number of endometriosis patients in Metro Atlanta and says additional funding will help.
That's a great start, but it's just like penny in the bucket.
Now, Dr. Najad tells me he's working on non-invasive treatments for endometriosis. He also tells me this is a condition that is more common than diabetes in Americans. It just does not get as much attention, research, or funding. CBS 46 News at 5 is next.